Hey YouTube, O'Doyle the Gamer here. I'm sorry for the late drop of this video. However, we're going to pick right back up where we left off in part 1. We had just finished battling Jack for the first time. So now, after making it to that particular save room, we are now going to kind of continue on our exploration of the Baker plantation. This video we're going to focus mostly on the main house and dealing with Jack Baker. So let's go on and get started. I'm sorry if I'm a little snuffly. My allergies have been killing me a little bit, so go up a little bit here before we get too far. Alright, I did collect everything. I did collect everything out of this the last time, so we're going to go out this door. When we go out, there's going to be actually a phone ring. Here we go. Walk on over here and answer this. So,
You did good, Ethan.
Zoe is going to kind of walk us through
Shut up and listen if you want to stay alive.
as the game progresses in this first part.
There might be a way out through the main hall.
All right.
She's going to try to help us get out, and she's telling us right now that there might be a way out the front door. So we need to find our way to the front door to see what we need to do to get out of the house and try to escape. So we're now going to exit. As I noted in the first video, this really just has that PT feel to it. For people who don't know what I'm talking about, PT was actually a teaser for a game known as Silent Hills. However, after the game's producer and director had a falling out with Konami, they stripped. Konami decided to just cancel the entire project, and the game was pulled from the PlayStation store. But anybody who goes on YouTube and actually sees some of the playthrough from people who are still able to access the playable demo, was really designed a whole lot like this. All right, so we need to find a piece to get into that door there. So now, as far as Jack, we got a little bit of a reprieve from Jack. Now it looks like there's somebody looking in up here.
Hey, you! Hey, you gotta help me.
Alright, so it looks like a sheriff's deputy has been nosing around. This sheriff's deputy, if you go back to the dinner scene when Jack and Lucas and Marguerite are sitting at the table watching us get tortured by Jack,
There are crazy people in this house.
Jack abruptly stops after they hear a bell, and about that time you hear Lucas say, "I bet it's that dang cop again."
Are you kidding?
So apparently this guy has been snooping around.
Several missing persons calls. And I can't rule out that an outsider like yourself may not be involved.
Right. I'll tell you whatever you want.
Now I can take this officer two ways.
We'll talk later.
First, I'm a little skeptical of his suspicion,
You must have lost your mind.
much for the reason because he...
Deputy. Right. Deputy.
Much of the reason because
Obituaries?
he is...
Saved my life.
he doesn't seem to take serious that Ethan's just a victim, even though Ethan has
A fucking
probably got a lot of scarring and everything on his
That's all you're gonna get.
face and hands just from the little bit of torture he has endured thus far. But at the same time,
What am I gonna do with
you
it?
could also understand that he could be a little skeptical because nobody else is around. There's been a lot of disappearances. This place has been... So, I guess in a way I can see this both ways. But we're going to go meet this cop in the garage here. Now this part actually reminds me, you can really see the... You can just really see the Stephen King influence on this game. Because this part really reminds me of one of the closing scenes in the 1980s version of The Shining, when Mr. Halloran is coming to check on the Torrance family, and when he enters the hotel, Jack just comes out of nowhere and stabs him with an axe. Yep. Definitely The Shining. Now the idea here is we gotta try to escape Jack. Now this is how we really see how crazy Jack is. Now the idea here is to, you want to try to run over him a little bit. There we go. Now he's actually gone. Now where'd he go? There we go.
Ah, shit!
Nice story.
Now he's forcing us to... Ooh.
Let's finish this, you and I.
This is gonna be bad.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna take you for a ride.
No, 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 no!
Man, Jack is crazy. Now's a decent opportunity to try to run around and try to gather up any and all you also want to be very careful here, because as we can see, Jack is...
The end, you know?
So obviously Jack has no fear of pain or anything. So we're going to heal up a little bit, because we did take a little bit of damage. Jack is up again.
Boy, you're about to see something wonderful. Oh, fuck!
So we're not done with Jack yet. I don't think a defeat of him is really that easy. So this is going to now force us to go a little... So here's the piece that we need to actually get past that door to get into the main hall. Jump down here. Now we can open the door back up to the garage if we want. But we are actually done for the most part down here. We won't be coming back to this area. So at least for the time being, we don't have to worry about Jack following us around the house, so we'll have a little bit of freedom to explore some. Go on and unlock this door here. These little bobbleheads, we'll find quite a few of these around the plantation. You can just swipe them with your knife, save ammo. Coins will come in handy. I don't know why I just did that. I just felt like it. Alright, we're getting another phone call here, so let's see what's...
Did my daddy give you a hard time?
That's your father?
He used to be.
I'm sorry, but he's dead now.
You just might be able to pull this off.
What? Pull what off?
There's something I need you to do, but I can't explain it right now. You may need some sort of keys to do it, but find a way out of the house.
Okay.
I'll be in touch.
So we're going to go over here and look at the front door as we need to try to get out of here. Looks like we need 3 dog heads. So looks like this right here is clock pendulum. Alright. Captain Hal from the state police told reporters they have started a search for Helen Midkiff, a college student from North Carolina who was traveling in Louisiana. Miss Midkiff hasn't been heard of since the night of the 21st. Reports of the majority of those missing are tourists and vagrants. At least 20 people are thought to have gone missing so far. Police suspect foul play and believe there may be a connection between the incidents. Plans are in place to step up local interrogations. So obviously the Bakers have been up to something. They've at least kidnapped 20 people. Alright, shotgun here. However, you can also see on the track there on the floor that if we do, if we were to take out shotgun, we'd actually get locked in that room. So this is going to be kind of similar to that trap in the first Resident Evil, where we had to find an old gun that don't work to put on there so we can get that shotgun. All right, we're going to put the pendulum here. And also we found our first dog piece. So we're going to head back in. We'll go on and put that one piece in place. Go put this on the door. Alright, we got this light. We got this light projector and that stand. It looks like we need something. Looks like we need to find something to try to unlock a passage or something. This will come in handy. This allows us to make some health or ammo. So, picture of a little girl. And you saw over by the door the old lady that was joining us at the dinner scene. One thing you'll notice about this lady is that she shows up in some of the most random places in the game. Alright, we're going to go out here on the balcony. And one of the unique things, if you pay real close attention, as you can see Marguerite there walking around that trailer. Now, luckily, we don't have to worry about encountering her for the time being. So, this game is really divided up into roughly about 4 parts. There's the house that we're in, the main house as I call it. And pretty much all we only have to worry about here is Jack Baker. Then if you look at where she's walking to, there in the distance, can't really see it now, but later we'll kind of be walking that trail where she's walking. That'll lead us to an old rundown house that I believe may have been a guest house at one point. And that's where Marguerite tends to remain hidden, or likes to dwell. Then, on right beside that trailer we looked out on, there's a barn there, and that's where that's kind of where we'll encounter Lucas Baker. Now, there's more to the game than just that, but I'll explain more of that as we get a little further in. Alright, I'm not going to go in that door for the time being. I typically prolong going through that one unmarked door. Now, these doors with the emblems on them, they require special keys to get into. So this looks like an old game room. An old game room / bar. And we found our second dog piece. So typically I typically always look around the room, gather up any and all, pick up any and all possible collectibles. Marguerite, move that piece of shit hippie we caught from the hall to the processing area. So that kind of gives us an indication of some places we're going to be exploring. Alright, looks like we need a key with a scorpion on it to get in there. There's an old shotgun. So that might come in handy to try to get that shotgun we saw earlier. Alright. So here's another videotape that says Mia. So, and luckily there's right here there's a VCR and a TV. So let's see what this videotape has in store for us. Now this will give us a little bit of a hint into the next part of the game. As I noted earlier that we will eventually be visiting that trail where Marguerite was walking. So this will kind of give us a little bit of an idea of what we're in store for.
Ethan, if you find this, I know I can't expect anything from you. Not after what happened, after what I did. But I just want you to know that wasn't me. I don't know what happened. There's so much that you need to know.
There you are! You gave us quite a scare, young lady.
So here we go. We're
Catch me again.
gonna run into the old house here. So we don't want to try to run outside. Alright, there's that little girl we saw that picture of earlier. Alright, we hear Marguerite coming.
I am sick and tired.
So the idea is to get down right here and just hide. You'll see as she walks,
I need to hide.
you'll see her light right off that red wall there.
What have I done to
There we
deserve
go.
this?
So she's right on us, but she doesn't see us.
Feed you.
So always try to wait for a few minutes. Alright, there she goes. She's walking through now. So we're gonna run in here.
This house.
Alright,
This house.
now we hear her coming again, so we need to hide again.
Just don't understand? Or is it just don't?
So the object here is to stay hidden from Marguerite. And if she does find us, I don't think we actually die per se,
I know you and Zoe are locked.
but we
I know you
do end up failing the game.
think I don't know.
And we'd have to
why you
restart
that
from our nearest
boy,
checkpoint. The idea is just to kind of watch her movements when she leaves the room. When she leaves the room, then we can solve that puzzle. Now this puzzle looks very similar to that one portion of the main hall that we were in, where it had the light, the little pedestal, and then that picture where it looked like the eagle was missing. So this looks like, we have a similar puzzle here in regards to that. So Margaret. Now I think of the three Baker antagonists, I actually think Marguerite is probably the scarier of the three. Although don't get me wrong, Jack is pretty scary himself.
We open our home. We open our hearts. And what do you do?
Alright, so here we go. We're now gonna... Alright, so it looks like we gotta line this thing up to look like a spider. So... Here we go. Kind of twist up. Thought I had it there for a second. There we go. There we go. Alright, so we're now gonna slide through this little secret passage here. Alright.
She loves you. She
We can
wants
hear
to
now
be your
Marguerite
family,
coming. She's
goddammit.
still looking for us.
You! All you have to do is accept her fucking gift!
So we're going to use this to try to sneak past her.
We love you! Why can't you see
As long as she's walking in the opposite direction, you should be able to stay crouched and actually run. And actually jump down into this little crawl space here. Now, she's going to eventually figure out where we're at, and she's going to block us in. As you can see, we've been blocked in now. So as we can see, crawling under here, she is trying to trap us in. Alright, it looks like some kind of a handle. And then what's this? That looks like Mia and this little girl, Evelyn. So, uh-oh. What happened here? Ooh, that's creepy.
Where do you think you're going?
Ethan, please help me. Ethan, help me.
As I said, I think Marguerite is the creepiest of the three. Followed by Jack, but I do think they are the two best well-developed characters in this game as far as the antagonists are concerned. And it really seems this is where Capcom put a lot of the focus. So we keep hearing them talk about her gift. Her gift. And we saw the little shadow of the little girl as we walked by where it said, "Over here, Mommy." So I'm really believing that that little girl has something to do with what is going on. And that her presence has really affected Jack and Marguerite, and as well as Lucas, as well as Mia. We gotta remember, if we go back to part 1, something was taking control of Mia, which caused her to saw her hand off. So, alright, so we're now retaking control of Ethan. Alright, so we've... So we can't go through that door there. We can't go through the door down the hall. So that only leaves one other area we can go to, and that's this door. And I'll explain here in a few minutes why I chose this room right here to be the last one that we investigate. Alright. We're gonna drain the bathtub here. I wonder what's in there. Make some more ammo. And it looks like we found the piece that we need to do that shadow door down at the in the main hall. So let's go out this door. Oh, Jack has found us. He didn't die from that gunshot wound.
My little girl has given us a gift. Which
Alright. Now Jack is not dead. He's going to regenerate, but I took him down just to give us some time to get away. Now he will stalk us throughout the rest of the mansion. On this floor, and then down on the bottom of the main hall, and then of course back through that first area that we traveled, where the dinner scene took place. However, he will not follow us. Go over here and put the dog head back on. There we go. We still have one more to find. Now, when we do this shadow puzzle here and open up this passageway, Jack is not going to follow us. He will not follow us through this. He will not follow us through this passageway, nor will he go follow us through that scorpion door when we get it unlocked. So, alright, here we go. I think we got it now.
Who builds this shit?
Alright, we'll definitely take those even though we don't have a shotgun yet. We can always use herbs. These pills we just picked up will actually help us locate items. So let's see what's in this refrigerator here. Alright, we can always use those. Handgun ammunition, so stock up on health. More handgun ammunition. Alright, so we're gonna exit out of here. Alright, so this letter is talking about some of the people that they've experimented on. These are some of the people that have gone missing, and we'll find reports on them. So I mentioned some have turned, some have died. We saw one of those when we were down near that cell in the where we found Mia, and it talked about turned or deceased. So we need to try to. So we're about ready to find out what's been going on. Alright, this box was useless. Just a bunch of bugs. Always use that coin. We need a lockpick to open up that toolbox. Alright, so proceeding here.
What the?
And this, ladies and gentlemen, is our first encounter with something other than the bakers. This is called a molded. Now, Now, we'll explain a little more about these as the game progresses, because they are relevant to what is going on, obviously. As you can see, these big old columns of mold. The one thing I don't like about these monsters is there's a very slim... There's not a real wide, diverse monster selection in this game. And granted, I understand that Capcom put the molded in here just to have a little more... Just to add a little more... Just to add some other enemies into the game, rather than just focusing so much on the bakers. Alright, this looks like a letter written by one of the victims who went missing here. And this just reiterates what we already knew. We need to find the 3 dog heads to escape this house. So, I'm going to put some things up here. We don't need the videotape anymore. Alright. So we'll go over here. I'm going to save real quick. And we are ready to... We're ready to proceed on. We're now going to head down those stairs and into the basement, which I actually think is the creepiest part of the whole game. I think it's kind of a fear of mine just in general, just basements. They're dark. You know, typically dark. They're cold. I mean, really just a perfect area. You know, really a perfect area to create a good sense of horror and dread. So as we can see more of that mold. It's another molded. So there are about 4 types of mold in this game. There's this one that's just kind of the standard mold. There's another form of them that we'll encounter a little later that I call the spider molded. And those are creatures that crawl around on all 4 legs. There's the shield molded, and they're not much different than a standard molded, except one arm has this big old black shield-like arm. Then there's the puker. And that's when we'll fight much, much later. And those are big bloated molded that spit goo all over you. So, as I said, that's really the one big weakness of this game was the lack of diverse enemies. And a lot of it was Capcom was really putting much of its focus on the bakers and the story and really making the game revolve around them, which actually in a way I'm okay with. The lack of enemies don't bother me. I just wish with the enemies, I just wish they had... I caught the guy who keeps trying to escape, and I've locked him in the leftmost incinerator so he can't get away again. Take him out when he's ready. You know how to open the door, don't you? Just remember, 3 A's and a handprint. Do what you want with the girl. So, that's the one we need to try to get open. So, 3 A's. The handprint, so we know that opens. Go back over here and look at it again. 3 A's and a handprint. It's been a while since I've played this game, so some of the puzzles have slipped my mind. Another handprint. Alright. I don't think this is right, but we're going to try it. Nope. Nope. Ah, there's our 3 A's. And here we go. And this is what I referred to earlier as the shield molded. As you can see with that arm there, it kind of looks like a shield or some kind of weapon light. Always try to aim for the head. The more shots you can get at the head, you can... Alright, dissection room. Close the door. And make sure he don't follow us out if he isn't dead. Alright, so that's probably a door we'll have to unlock later. Open this up here. Alright, we now have that key so we can get into some of those doors. We now found the scorpion key here, so we'll be able to start getting into some of those rooms. Pick up a couple more of these items here. Always try to stay stocked up on health and ammo. Use the herb to kind of heal up a little bit. And I'll get us some more ammunition. See what's down here. Shotgun shells, which will come in handy. Another bobblehead. One of those pills. Alright, that's a snake door, so we don't have the snake key yet, so means we'll have to come back to that later. Molded. Alright. Well, those things just pop out of nowhere. Alright. It's not going to let us grab it, so we may come back for it later. It's unlocked. Go on, be ready. Up. There we go. Here's another one. Now, it will not follow you out this door, so if you run up the steps here, it will not follow you. So let's go in here and drop. Let's go in here and drop some things off. I don't need the coins right now. Over here required a lockpick, and we've got one now. So, that'll come in handy. So we have that picture of a hidden treasure. So let's go over here and see what we can find. That comes in handy. I'll use that. Our health is increased. So good. Use that key to unlock this door. So now with the scorpion key, we now can get into that room in the billiard room, but we're going to have to be very careful how we tread, because we know Jack is wandering around. So if you're wondering why I'm moving very slowly here, that's why. I'm trying to avoid Jack. Now, as I said, Jack will only stay in the main room and up here on this floor, and then the area where the dining room was, where we watched the supper scene. But it's really unique how Jack is really the modern experimentation for what Mr. X would become in the Resident Evil remake. As we can see, he was in the billiard room. So we're going to back out. Doesn't look like he spotted us, so that's always good news. So we'll head in here and we'll head in there in just a minute, see what we can find. Yeah, he is I think he's still there, but he hadn't saw us yet, and we can actually get in here and alright. Got the broken shotgun. Try chasing all the... Next time one of our guests runs away, hide the dog head relief so they can't get out. Alright, so we've already found several. We've already found 2 of them. Oh, great. I think Jack's found us. Alright, the hallucinations and noises you said you've been hearing may be related to these growths. Your symptoms are due to a fungal parasite. It must be removed before it's too late. I don't mean to scare you, but I am seriously concerned for your health. Please come to the hospital as soon as you read this letter. As your doctor, I strongly recommend you undergo further tests. Alright. Yep, Jack's found us.
Peekaboo!
Yep, he's found us. I just saw him walk by the window there. So he's going to come barging right in. As you can see, yep, here he is. Now he's a lot harder to bring down. That first time he was relatively easy. He's going to be a lot harder now.
This only ends one way. Waste of bullets, boy.
I just used up all my ammo. So just run. Alright, too many items. As I said, he won't follow us through the scorpion door, so let's go drop some items. And then we'll go back and grab the shotgun. Alright, I don't need the treasure photo anymore. So that'll give us a little bit of room. Make sure he's not around. Alright, I think we're good. So let's... I'm gonna head back up here. Actually, on second thought, just realized there is one way we can probably clear Jack out of this room. And I've got the key already. Let's head on down to the dissection room, because that, once we head into that room, that'll lure Jack down there and away from the... So, I want to save my progress real quick. And that will... There we go. I always try to save as much as I can. And actually, to get the dissection room, it's actually faster to go this way instead of through the corridors. Grab that herb. I can always use it. Don't want any enemies staggering in behind me. Checking my inventory. Alright. So the dissection room is right through here. Check these tubs to make sure... Check these tubs and stuff to make sure I get all ammo and health that I can utilize. So be very careful, because we're going to have some molded that respawn. That spawn, there we go. So as we move a little... Alright, double check, make sure I got enough. So that's a lot of the reason why I always say aim for the heads. As you can always tell, if you get the right shot off, you can always... Or molded. Right, there's two of them. So the idea here is just to run around. They run around and just try to lure them away from your... Two, that's not going to help. There we go, that's one down. I can't believe I just killed him with a knife. I think we got everybody taken care of. So let's use this key here. Alright, those come in handy. And there's Jack.
Father.
We can also see the
He will be her father.
dead police officer hanging there from a meat hook.
I will find him, and I will make him suffer. And you, my friend, will help me.
So now that Jack is down here, he won't be patrolling the upstairs anymore. So let's head back up there and let's finish looking through Grandma's room. We might be able to find some additional ammo. We'll drop a few things off. Done with the scorpion key for now. So let's Alright. Nothing in there. Nothing. Right back. Alright. So let's now head on back down. We'll start heading toward the dissection room and try to see if we can get that last dog head. Alright. Here we go. We're gonna head right on in and alright, to get to the so I want to go down this way. Alright. Let's check Checking my inventory. We can't get in that way. Alright, so we're now on the other side of where Jack was when he took that piece away from us. Let's look around, see if there's anything else we can use.
Poor deputy.
Poor officer. I'm looking around for any kind of items that we can use to that'll come in handy. More gunpowder. Snake door, so we can't go through that door for the time being. Alright. So it looks like we're ready to So here we go. We got the last dog. We got the last dog relieving. There's Jack. He's kicking us down here. Now the object here is to deliver enough. The object here is to deliver enough damage to force him to go over and tear open that cage door over here. So typically when he's down like that and bubbles up, I don't use my ammo at that point. I try to use my knife or something. As we can see, he's now gone to open up that cage, which is what we need him to do. Now I got that chainsaw, so it's what we need. Alright. The idea here is not to get into too much of a chainsaw fight with him. Typically you want to deal just enough damage to get him back down into that bubble form like we saw. Alright, we're gonna go full on chainsaw here. There we go. Woo! This hurts. And you just ram your... You're delivering damage to him every time you hit the chainsaw on him. Just avoid his chainsaw, give him his...
You go get it now!
His attacks can be vicious. going. Here we go. I'm going to keep him down for good now. Alright.
Do me a favor and stay dead.
So let's look around and see if we can see any more items that we can grab. Alright, so we can now just exit the way we came in. Shouldn't have to worry about any more molded down here for the time being. So I'm gonna go in here and drop some items real quick. There's that old lady again. So we're now ready to... head outside. We're not going to have to worry about any more enemies for the time being. I'm going to circle around, grab a lot of these stray items that are laying about. Leaving one of these pots as a lockpick. And then never hurts to have herbs on you. So I actually think it's down here. Yeah, there we go. Right here. Let's see what's in this crawl space here. Knife. Alright, go on, heal up. Don't want to use that. That's a separating unit. That'll... This is a repair kit. Looks like there's another. Looks like there's another shadow. Looks like there's another shadow puzzle here, but we can't unlock it yet. So this is the barn I was talking about earlier, where, which is kind of Lucas's hiding place. Still some of the shotgun shells and things down here. So we'll actually visit this area a little later in the game. Alright. Bust out that bobblehead. Alright. So this is actually Zoe's trailer. So let's... We'll actually go on and make some room in here. Get rid of some things. So grab this gun. We're going to take this gun, and this is a broken gun. What we're going to do is we're going to use that repair kit on that gun, and now we have a better operating gun now. Let's see. Let's go and grab those antique coins. We'll go over here and... Alright, so one is a 3, one is a 5. What's in here? Nothing we can use. It's another TV with a VCR. We don't have any videotapes to use right now. So I think what I'm going to do right now is probably use these coins. Alright, this picture says it's too late for them. So I think Zoe's trying to send us a message. This is her trailer. So I can use these coins either on this gun or the stabilizer and steroid here. I think I'm going to use it on these right here. I'm pretty satisfied with the weapons I have right now, so I'm not going to go on and try to upgrade to a Magnum. At least not right now. So, go on and use these and upgrade my health and stamina. So, that's going to do it for this game. I'm going to finish up right here, and we're going to save. The next video, we're actually going to cover the old house, which was that trail that we saw Marguerite walking earlier. And we will have our encounter with her. So, thank you all very much for tuning in. I'll see you in the next video, and enjoy.